So, is there anything you need to do in GTA 5?
Not really.
Also, have you heard about that Rockstar is re-releasing GTA 5 for the PS5?
Yeah, and that's what I want to talk about real quick. That is bullshit.
Exactly. I'm seriously pissed about that too.
GTA 6 has been in the work and they decided, no, let's cancel GTA 6. Let's just re-release GTA 5. Because that's cool.
Yeah, seriously.
And to that, I say, fuck you. You failed as a business. You failed your fans. You're worse than fucking EA.
The only reason why they're doing it is just because of the fact of how successful GTA Online has been, and because of new gamers checking out their game.
Here's what I have to say: boycott Rockstar. It can eat a dick. Fuck GTA. I'm not putting any more money into this game. If I lose all my money and I can't go anywhere else, I'll just stop playing the game.
Yeah, I'm not buying that game again.
Like I said, I'm not gonna fucking just sit here and act like this is okay. Because that pisses me off beyond belief that they keep getting away with stuff like this and their fans just act like it's okay. Because it's not.
Yeah, the fans. Yeah, the whole Rockstar community has been making a storm of hate towards them and showing anger, and believe it or not, apparently they decided to have Ned Luke, the voice actor for Michael, literally tweet out to haters, telling them that they're doing this because of new gamers, and basically tell us to shut up about it.
So if Rockstar's gone that far, then what I can say is I'm not gonna buy any more Rockstar games ever again. Until they get their fucking act together. They failed as a company. They failed as a fucking business. They failed as fans.
And they even send out one of GTA's voice actors to tell us to shut up.
In fact, what I think should happen is I think GTA 5 should be pulled completely off the stores, off the shelves. Fucking take it. Epic Games needs to end their promotion. Cut that shit out. End it now.
Yeah.
No more free promotion, and no more haha.
Even every GTA YouTuber is even talking about it too. Even they're pissed about it. Zach Cox TV, Mr. Bosch for the win, not .4 live. I even wouldn't be surprised if Sir Nando was talking about it too, even though he does Fortnite videos now.
And listen, you know me, I've never been behind Rockstar. I've never supported Rockstar. I think they're one of the worst businesses to ever exist. I don't support them.
They were alright, but I just felt that they were just before they were a person that would actually cared about their fans, and now that they just care about getting money out of GTA 5 because of how successful GTA Online has been. That's actually the same reason why they were playing on. Back then, they planned on having a DLC for story mode, but they canceled that because of how successful GTA Online was.
But like I said, I think GTA needs to be pulled from the shelves, and if you guys like GTA and you're watching, I'm sorry, but it's my personal opinion that GTA needs to be pulled. They can't keep getting away with shit like this, because the other companies are still getting away with this shit, and it's just not fun, it's not fair, it's retarded. It's a failure as a business, and it's just a spit in the face of the fans. Michael coming out and just spitting in the face of the fans. They've proven that they didn't give a shit about this game franchise. All they cared about was money, and the fans are just fucking expendable sheep. And that is unacceptable.
Yeah, yep, and then Rockstar just gets mad at us just for being mad at them.
And they're like fucking rice gum. They do all this retarded shit, and then when they get called out for it, they cry.
I never watched Rice Gum, and I don't know what kind of videos he does.
All I know is Idubzz ended his whole fucking career. But that's not the point. Point being, they're both incompetent fucking losers, not Idubzz. I'm talking about Rockstar and Rice Gum. They're both incompetent losers who should have never fucking existed. Rice Gum should have been aborted, and Rockstar Games should have never come to fruition. Because all they've done is steal money.
Well, actually, Rice Gum did once get his channel removed, but Killer Keemstar talks to YouTube saying that he was unlawfully terminated, and then YouTube brought his channel back.
Well, let's also list what happened to Keemstar. Idubzz ended his career.
Well, yeah, he had so many channels, and then he was eventually became the host of Drama Alert.
Yeah, I mean, I know Keemstar was never popular, but that's what ended his whole fucking career.
Yeah, but he's a cockroach, because no matter how many times you take him down, he always finds a way to come back.
Well, luckily Keemstar has gone back, and I have no respect for Keemstar, but I'm just saying, he's more likable than Rockstar is as a brand. And you see, I am fucking just livid with WWE for all the shit they do, but like, not even they are as bad as Rockstar. Also, holy hell, I'm lagging really bad. I need to turn down my graphics.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that technically Keemstar was banned from YouTube. It's just that the only reason why he's allowed to be allowed on. The only reason why Drama Alert wasn't terminated was because he's not really the owner of it. He's only just the host of Drama Alert. It's actually owned.
Annoys me.
Drama Alert's owned by someone else.
Here's what bothers me, that they let all these YouTubers get away with stuff like this and all these horrible things, and then yet they, like, take other channels down for small misdemeanors that mean nothing. But people like Keemstar, who's a racist, homophobic piece of shit, can stay, and YouTube's like, oh, we're all about change, we're all about bettering fucking everything.
Did you get for idling?
What?
You got kicked for idling.
No, I got kicked because I had to fucking fix my graphics. But it kills me that all these people and like Rockstar gets like all this dumb shit, and we just have to act like it's fine.
Yeah, and literally Sony had a channel called PlayStation where they released a trailer about it. Last time I checked, it had like 48k likes and it had 92k.
I haven't seen the official launch for the PlayStation 5. Yes, I'm living under a rock. It's because I quite frankly don't care about consoles. I don't want another Xbox. I don't want another PlayStation. I don't care what they're giving me. I do not have any interest in buying another fucking console. So I'm not gonna go and get invested in one of these when I've made it clear that I never want to get another console.
Well, I am gonna get the Xbox Series X though. When it comes out.
I know because it's Microsoft. I already can fucking bet you it's gonna be another waste of my time like Xbox One was. I would have never upgraded. I would have just stayed on 360. I should have just stayed on 360. The only reason was peer pressure from my friends, so I got the dumb Xbox One, and I regret that. I should have got the dumb fucking console.
Actually, you got the Xbox One before I did.
Yeah, the peer pressure.
And actually, nobody ever goes on 360 anymore.
Well, still, at least it's not fucking horrid. But I'm not about ripping into fucking, like, Xbox is my home, and I'm glad that they fucking brought me up so I can enjoy games the way I do. But holy hell, they're not doing very good. And actually, yes, I'm gonna be that fucking person. I think PlayStation is better. I've only had a PlayStation 2, for the record. And I think PlayStation is about 100 times better than Xbox. And Xbox is my own console. So I hate saying that, but they're actually better. And I'm not saying they're fucking perfection, because they're not. PC is the way to go if you want a game. But the point being, PlayStation's all around better, so if you want to get a console, just get a fucking PlayStation.
Debatable. I mean, people will choose whatever they want.
Well, I'm saying, if you want to enjoy games in the long run and you want a wide variety and enjoyable shit, just get a fucking PlayStation, man.
I'd say you get either, because they're honestly both very similar. Although, of course, the only reason you get a certain one is because, of course, there are some games that are exclusive to Xbox and ones that are exclusive to PlayStation, which pisses me off because I actually wanted The Last of Us, which I hoped was on Xbox, but it was actually only restricted to PlayStation since it was strictly made by Sony. And of course, the same would go for The Last of Us 2, Part 2.
Look at all the games PlayStation has. They have so many good games, and then Xbox gets the releases nobody wants. Here's one thing I will say in the defense of Xbox. Most PlayStation players are like fucking 6 or 7-year-olds. So, take that as you will.
Well, so does Xbox. Both of them do.
But at least you're more likely to get, you know, like a person over 2 months old on the Xbox. But that's still not saying much. But point being, oh, here's another thing that I wanted to talk about in this stream that pisses me off.
What's that?
It's the fucking speak out movement.
Speak out?
So, before everyone's like, hey, what the fuck? What's your problem? What's wrong with you? Because I said it's a bad thing. You need to hear me out, and don't fucking jump on your train just yet. There will be some explanation. So, if you don't know what the speak out movement, have any of you heard of the Me Too movement?
No.
Well, it was where a bunch of women came out, and they're like, this guy sexually assaulted me, this guy abused me, this guy yada yada, and then a bunch of people got sent to prison, but that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is 75% of the women who come forward are making this shit up for publicity. And it's making innocent men go to prison and rot for the rest of their lives because some attention-wanting sluts need that spotlight so badly. If you're willing to ruin a man's life so you can get some fucking publicity, I hope you die, and I hope your children die in the most horrific, disgustingly mangling way you could ever imagine. Because you don't deserve the life you were given if you need to take other people's away so you can feel good about yourself. You are a piece of shit, and you're fucking disgusting. You're a disgrace to the human race. And now a bunch of shit is coming out again, where 1 million people are getting blamed of sexually assaulting her and him. And again, it doesn't bother me if you're telling the truth, but that's like 25%. Like Jeffrey Epstein, he did it. And you know what happened to him, but that's not the point. Also, he did not kill himself. Get your heads out of your ass. That's obvious. But point is, what the fuck? Why do women feel like they need to do that? What do they gain? What do they get from doing that shit?
I don't know.
What do they gain from that is the question.
Well, probably to be able to press charges on them and then get the money from them. But of course, that's happened with YouTubers as well. YouTubers accused of that end, and then what a woman that they were with will end up doing that. Which explains the fact that some people have discussed on YouTube that when a big YouTuber brings a new person onto a channel, that chances are is that they might only be in your videos just to screw you over, because like they'll be in your videos, then they'll give, and then they'll make their own channel, and then they'll start talking about you for views, just to earn money.
That's not. I'm back, by the way. But what I'm saying, I couldn't hear what you said. I had to go deal with something. But what I'm saying is, I don't know why women feel the need to go on and like ruin men's lives for the 2 minutes of fame they're gonna get. Because it's not like they're getting paid. It's not like they're getting publicity. Their names aren't gonna go down in a holy book. It's 5 minutes. This guy goes to jail for the rest of his life or gets murdered in prison for something he obviously did not do. And that just happened to like 8 NXT WWE superstars. And that's not why I'm defending it. But here's the thing. If it was 1 or 2 WWE superstars, I could believe that. That's absolutely believable. But when like you have 7 or 8, that's when you gotta go, okay, something's up. Because that's clearly not true. I'm sure 1 or 2 of them have done that and should go to jail for it, and they need to rot in prison because that's what they rightfully deserve. But I'm not all 11 of them have done that. Be realistic. Everyone's like, oh, boycott them, they're so terrible. It's like, listen, people, don't jump on your high horse. We don't even know if it's true yet, and it's probably not.
It takes more than words to prove something. They would need actual proof of it.
That's what bothers me. All these people are getting blamed, then people like boycott them, shut them down, kill them, yada yada. It's like, you have no proof. You have a couple words from some women who probably aren't the most reliable and have sent no proof in, other than their words. So just hold up, wait for the proof, and then we can start the lynch mob. It pains me to see so many men having to suffer and like having their lives ruined, and then it just comes out later that, oh well, they were lying, and then people just like, oh well, sorry I guess, and then just go on with their day after they burned this dude's house down and did all this horrid stuff. And it just makes me so mad because it's happening a lot in our town. A lot of it. And it's like, again, I'm sure like 3 or 4 of these are true. Because, you know, that's not unrealistic. But I'm just saying, when one woman claims like 5 men raped her and she's got no evidence whatsoever other than her word, and it's just coincidentally 5 celebrities, I'm just saying something's probably up. That's not normal. And again, that's not hatred towards women. If it happened, good. I'm glad you're speaking up. You should. These men need to go to prison. How fucking disgraceful.
Yeah, I could totally understand the whole Bill Cosby and whole Jared Fulger rape. That makes sense.
For you to lay your hands on a woman without fucking consent, you have to be some invertebrate. Some disgusting invertebrate. How dare you fucking do that? You are not a man. You've proven you're worth nothing. And you're just a disgrace to all men. Because that's not right. You should not be doing that. You have no right, you have no excuse. You can't just say, oh, well, I mean, it happened in the past. If it happened, dude. If you were 5, it's different, but I'm saying if, like, you are 25, and then this comes out when you're 30, you're still pretty accountable. Or don't tell me you've changed when it happened in 2018 and this stuff's coming out in 2019. It's been a year, I'm sure you haven't changed completely. And it just aggravates me. But again, I think we need to stop with the Me Too movement for a minute, people. And I don't mean stop coming out with that, like, I'm just saying, before you boycott people, before you burn down their houses, and you kill their pets, and you threaten their families' lives, please just look for evidence before you start doing it. Because literally, it's statistically proven 75% of the time, it's just a bunch of lies. Statistics! Statistics! It's almost guaranteed that it's not true. And again, if one woman is blaming like 8 celebrities, please don't even fancy that idea, because you know that's just some publicity right there. And also, here's what I don't understand. Here's what baffles me about this whole situation. Why do the women that almost have men go to prison for the rest of their lives for sexual assault, why is there no repercussions for that? Why do the women get to go free? Why do the men just get nothing? The woman doesn't go to jail, she isn't fined. Not even a slap on the wrist. Why is there no repercussions for almost ruining a man's life? Why? Why is there nothing? A woman blamed over 80-something fucking men of rape. And guess what her sentence was? for almost ruining a ton of men's lives. She got 5 years. 5 years. Murderers have had less time. I'm not saying it's bad as murder, but, you know, it could be. You're taking someone's life away, and then their whole legacy is tarnished, because everyone just assumes that they're a horrible, nasty rapist, and it's clear they're not. And like I said, it wouldn't bother me if these were coming out and they were true, and there was like a flood of, you know, men just saying, alright, I own up, take me to jail. That wouldn't bother me, but it's the problem of, like, over 80% of men have been statistically proven not to have done it. That's what bothers me. That's what annoys me. That's what makes me mad. Because if it was nothing, it would be nothing. But it's something clearly. And that's what bothers me. That's what makes me upset. Because that's not okay. I don't think anyone should be able to get away with that. It doesn't matter who you are, what gender, what sex, what race. That's not something you should be able to just get away with. And just go, oh, well, whatever, I guess. I mean, you only blamed 5 men of statutory rape and almost had their lives taken away and had them ripped away from their children so you could get 5 minutes in the newspaper. But oh well. Don't do it again. But you're fine. It's like, no, they're not. I'm not saying the death sentence is in order. I'm just saying at least have some repercussions. Like, have a brain. What sort of mollusk are you that you can't figure out that that should be a fucking crime? To blame someone of such a huge thing. You can't just go and blame people of things like that. That's not okay. Saying your sibling took a cookie out of the cookie jar is one thing, and then blaming a guy of raping you, that's not a small thing. That's a big thing. That's gonna go to court. That's gonna cause a lot of stuff. That's not just a simple, oh, well, I'm getting mom, and I'm gonna spank him now. That's not what's gonna happen to that guy. He's gonna go to prison, and you know how harsh it is for men who abuse women in prison. And they deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. But the problem is, if it's an innocent guy, then wait a minute. We're not doing the right thing now, are we? But I think our court system is broken, and that's just a fact. But I really
Honestly,
feel like I needed to fucking rant on that, because that's bothering me.
Honestly, I feel like part of the reason why a person would automatically believe a woman is because the majority of rapists have mostly been men, and 2, if a woman looked pretty enough, they would automatically believe them.
Also, why are the women who do it, like, morbidly obese? That's not, like, I'm not making fun of that. I'm just saying, like, the women who come forward about being raped are, like, these 500-pound obese Miss Piggy-looking women. And it's like, yeah. I don't think any man would rape you, let alone date you with consent.
Exactly, which is why I say, if a woman was at least somewhat pretty enough, they would probably automatically believe them.
It's like, when it's these 800-pound women, it's like, I'm sure you were not raped. It's just like, proven men don't go after unattractive women. And that's not against you. You can't help the way you look like. It's just the way the human brain works. It's not your fault, but it's just not happening.
It's like, I don't care what that guy says. We're trusting the woman with the big boobs and with the big boobs and the makeup.
It's like I'm just saying. I know that's just enforcing the story. And I don't even think if anyone comes over and says I was raped by a celebrity, I automatically don't believe it, because that's just not likely. A celebrity isn't gonna tarnish his legacy like that. But then if proof comes out, then I'm like, okay.
Except Bill Cosby does. He totally tarnished his reputation.
Listen, Bill Cosby's one of the greatest comedians of all time, but I'm not going to defend him. His actions are horrific, but don't get me wrong, it's the same way Chris Benoit is one of the greatest wrestlers to have ever lived. He may have done some of the worst acts of any man, but he was still one of the best, and you can't take that away.
Didn't Louis C.K. actually do something similar to that as well?
I'm not sure, but like I said, and I really don't think Chris Benoit should have been eliminated from history. I don't think that was necessary.
Are there even any comments going on right now?
I don't know, I haven't looked. I'm trying to do this dumb mission. But point being... Oh, here's another thing I wanted to go on a rant about. Idubzz being a simp.
Well, what does that even mean, dude? I've heard the word, but I don't even know what that means.
It means you suck off women. If a woman's pretty enough, you'll defend her just because she's pretty, so you hope you can get laid.
Oh.
It's men bowing to women only because they hope and think they have a chance with her. And you do not, first of all. But
I've never watched Idubzz at all, so...
Well, this whole simp thing needs to fucking stop. That just needs to cease. That needs to stop. That needs to end. That's not true. But, you know, the whole simp thing in general needs to just... People need to shut the fuck up. But
so
what I'm saying
is it like you're saying that Idubzz is being that right now?
Well, people are saying Idubzz is a simp because they were fucking making fun of his girlfriend. And he said, hey guys, can you maybe not? That's not part of my channel, you know? Like, you don't come over and you make fun of people close to me. You make fun of me, that's fine, just don't go after the people I love. And then people are like, hi, you're a simp, all respect lost, he's a horrible simp, nasty simp. And it's like, no. If you're going after someone's family member, and they're uncomfortable with that, and they say stop it, and that just happens to be the opposite gender, that does not make them a simp. You've overstepped the lines. If they say, stop making fun of my family, stop making fun of their family. It's not cool. It's not funny. They're not a simp. And also, let's just say, it's a bunch of bullshit. Because Idubzz is not a simp. He's the opposite. I mean, he's a little misogynistic, if anything. But, you know, that's part of the meme. But that's not the point. Why do people, like, hate him now? Why is that such a demoralizing thing that he would dare say, leave my family alone?
Actually, who came up with the word simp?
I don't know, but why is that such a horrid thing to do? Why is saying, leave my family alone? I'm not comfortable with that. Why is that such a horrid thing? Why in God's name do you have to make a big deal? Oh, well, this guy must be horrible because he didn't want his family to be made fun of. No one wants their family to be made fun of. You shouldn't be making fun of people's family, first of all. But why? Why would they ever do... Idubzz, you know, he lost like half of his fucking subscriptions because people are like, oh, he's a dirty, filthy simp. It's like, first of all, being a simp isn't even a federal crime. I don't like women. That's a stated fact. I'm misogynistic. I'm not going to deny it.
Yeah, in case you guys haven't known, he is gay.
I don't like
women. Here is gay.
I genuinely have disdain for women. Women fucking scare me. I want nothing to do with them. But I don't know why it's such a bad thing if you defend them. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be obnoxious. Leave her alone, guys. Not cool. I mean, yeah, I'm sure that's a little annoying, but that doesn't mean he's a horrid human being. He hasn't committed mass murder. No one's dead. Everyone's fine. So what's going on here? He didn't rob a bank. He didn't say a racist okay, well, Idubzz says a lot of racist things. So maybe that's not the best example. But I don't think Idubzz is a simp. And I think if you think that he's a simp, you should have been shot as a child. Simple as that. Because if you're really going to stoop to that level of immaturity and, like, dummy, like, what is wrong with you? And again, I mean, Idubbz is one of my favorite YouTubers, and I stopped watching him for like 3 years. I just stopped watching his content because, I don't know.
I've only known him for his memes like the gay, I have crippling depression. That's pretty good. Wait, what?
I have osteoporosis meme.
Yeah, I've only known him for those memes.
But
I mean, I wasn't familiar with that last one, but I've known the crippling depression, gay, and that's pretty good.
So I heard about the whole Idubzz, the simp thing, and I was like, what does that even mean? What is a simp? Why do people hate Idubzz? What's going on? And that's the reason I came back to his channel. I was like, what the hell? Why is this flooding my feed? Why is everyone telling me about this? What's the dealio? And I think it's some of the most ignorant, just stupid stuff I have ever seen in my life. He's a meme YouTuber, and I think if you make fun of Idubzz because he's a fucking simp, then you're probably retarded. You're a retarded 7-year-old. He did an example in one of his videos of this kid going on a rant about how don't you ever compare him to Idubzz, because Idubzz is a filthy, disgusting, nasty, filthy, rotten simp. And this kid is like 7. It's this stupid 7-year-old Fortnite kid. And it's like, if this is the kind I'm assuming those are the kind of people who are calling Idubzz a simp. 7-year-olds who are playing Fortnite. And to that I say, you have no leverage to call anyone stupid. Because if you're playing Fortnite in general, you're probably stupid.
Fortnite is not even a good game either.
If you're playing Fortnite, there's a good there's good odds that you're probably dumber than the people you're calling dumb. By a large margin. Also, if you do Fortnite dances in real life, I hope you get crippled. I hope you get hit by a car and can never walk again.
Well, people have done it on TikTok.
I don't use TikTok. I don't use it because if I see one Fortnite dance, I'm gonna become homicidal, and then things are gonna go wrong. Because if I hear like this weird porno music and then somebody Fortnite haha funny floss dance, I'm gonna become violent.
And F the music that's the intros, where it's like oh, hey, where'd you get that body from? Like, oh my god, that is.
It's not
that music makes me want to stab my ears out.
It's for, like I said, if you like Fortnite, I don't know if you're inherently dumb, because I know a lot of people watching this have probably played Fortnite. But I'm just saying, if you're the kind of person who's like flossing, calling people simps, and all this other dumb stuff, I don't care who you are, I hope you're crippled. I hope a car hits you tomorrow and you can never walk again, and your family will never get to see you walk again. That's what I hope happens to you. Because that's the best thing that will happen to you. In fact, your life will be so much better that you never do another Fortnite dance. I will have done you a favor. The car would have done you a favor. You will be so much better. You will be happy. I think if Fortnite didn't exist, depression would, there would be a lot less depression in the world. But, you know, I know a lot of people, and I've advertised this in a Discord that I'm a moderator in, and I'm sure that somebody in the Discord is gonna get fucking angry about one comment I said. It is gonna take it up with Nixie or one of the other admins and try to get me kicked because of what I said. And to that, I say, you need to fuck off, and you need to grow a pair of testicles. You need to stop acting like a 5-year-old. Not everything you hear in life is gonna make you happy. So get the fuck over it. still, please don't report this to the. If you're, I'm sure if an admin's watching, if the admin has a problem with it himself or someone, if you have a problem with it, you bring it towards me. I don't want you to bother the admins about it. If you got a problem with a statement I made in a video, I do not care, quite frankly, but bring it up with me. Because I am a moderator. I'm not gonna kick you and act like I'm a fucking god, because I'm not. I'm just some idiot who does YouTube videos, and I'm trying my hardest here. But I'm just saying, if you have a problem, I don't know why you would, but if you do, just take it up with me. I'm a lot more aggressive in these videos than I am in real life, for the record. Because I get frustrated when I talk about these things that make me want to gouge my own eyes out with a spoon. So if you got a problem with any of the statements I said and you're in the Discord and you just really need to talk to me about something I said because it just makes you so mad, just talk to me. And then, alright, if you have a problem, that's you. If you don't like me swearing, okay, it's not your life. I'll do what I want in my life. You may not like it, but oh well, you have to put up with other people's habits.
Well, personally, yeah, killing that just takes a bit too far. Just like. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if you got a problem with me swearing, like my family, it's like, listen, if you have a problem with that, it's fine. But it's not your life. You don't need to commentate on it. I have not killed anyone. I have not committed a federal crime. So you have no reason to be mad at me. You may not like the language used. And okay, that's you. I don't like a lot of the things they say, but I don't go on and cry about it. I don't like a lot of the racist remarks that are said, but I'm not gonna go around and just get all pissed over it. It's not worth it. You have to respect other people's habits, depending on the habit. That is the important part. Unless it's affecting everyone and making people, like, unless it's physically hurting people, then I think it's fine.
Turtle?
What?
You're not gonna upload this at all, are you?
It's a live stream. It is live.
Oh, I know somebody's gonna probably try and report your channel.
My channel's probably been reported by now, for the record.
Do you have any strikes at all?
No, because I don't have any copyrighted content.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you could get strikes for, like, hate speech and saying stuff like that.
No, because it's not hate speech. I don't have problems with anyone. I don't think any races are unequal. I think we're all equal, no matter the skin color or ethnicity. I think we're all even and we all have our rights. It doesn't matter who you are. And I, for one, for all the bad things I've said that you guys may not like, is I support the Black Lives Matter movement. And that's not saying I'm the best person ever because I do that. That's not what that means. I'm just saying. You know how YouTube with the new Papa system, and I forget Papa. I don't care what YouTube does. They're making more platforms, and as soon as they finally have a platform that I think is good enough, I'm going over to it, because YouTube's horrid. It's the worst platform out there. Just about anything would be more acceptable than this.
Yeah, and they will seriously, yeah.
YouTube's a low-brown stain on the internet. It was one of the mightiest platforms, one of the greatest things not YouTube, but the whole internet's ever known, to becoming one of the worst.
Pretty sure you're probably, I'm pretty sure the video immediately get taken by YouTube as soon as you upload it.
Well, I'm not sponsored, so, I mean, they can't do much. They may be able to take this video down, but I'll just upload another. I mean, sorry, YouTube, I'm not gonna be, for YouTube's whole acceptance and they're not very accepting.
Dude, oh, if you say, don't say that, man. Oh, you're probably gonna have to getting terminated for saying that.
As long as I don't say any racial slurs, I should be fine. And I'm not gonna stoop that low. Because that's a lowbrow move. That really no one should be doing in the first place. So as long as I don't do that, or harm myself, or harm someone else, or there's blood and stuff. Okay, well, I just killed like 3 officers, so actually, I don't know, but If the video gets taken down, it gets taken down. I don't know what I'll do. I'll just go on with life.
And also get a strike.
If I get striked, oh well. If I have to make another, when I get to my, when I inevitably get to my second strike, I'm gonna make another channel. I'm gonna link it below, and then we're just gonna keep going on through there. I'm gonna go through about 5 or 6 channels before this is over with. For the record.
Well, if you have a channel that gets terminated, you can't make another channel.
As long as I make another Google account, I can.
No, I mean like, you could. Channel, but it's just that if you had a channel that terminated, if you had a channel that they're just gonna turn it down as well.
Well, I'll just keep going. But like I said, I do not care what YouTube has to say. I'm just saying they need to be more open and accepting. Also, please stop doing YouTube Rewind. Please, seriously, stop it. Get some help and stop doing YouTube Rewind.
Oh yeah, and also YouTube Rewind is also the.
Scraping it.
Hey, dude, do you see a blue dot on the radar?
Yeah, that's my package I need.
No, I thought that was Packy McRary.
No, that's just the thing I need.
Yeah, I think that's Packy McRary. You should go save him, dude, because if you save him, he'll become a gun for your arcade in the Diamond Casino Heist.
I don't see that. I think that's only you.
No, I have him already.
Well, I don't see it.
Well, if you see a blue dot on the radar, that's Packy McRary.
Alright, good to know. Oh, that's not good. Well, there goes my card. That's unfortunate. I mean, yeah, that sucks. I'll just get it back for free. Oh well. Ow. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the whole Black Lives Matter movement and the whole George Floyd.
For me, the riots have ended, but the protests are still going.
Here's what I think. Here's my opinion. I think there should be protests because our justice system is corrupt and it needs to be fixed. That is obvious. There is blatant racism in our justice system.
And the cop has already paid for his crimes already.
I hope he gets murdered in prison. I hope he just gets, like, brutally stabbed. And I'm sure he's just gonna get that. And I hope. Because that's what he deserves. That's better than what he deserves. But I'm just saying, like... I think there should be protests. But I don't think rioting is necessary. That's not helping anyone. You're actually enforcing your stereotypes. The stereotypes of black people are criminals and all that. You're just enforcing that.
Well, honestly, it's not really just black people's lives matter. Every race's lives matter.
Well, again, it's heavy racism towards the black race. Black lives matter.
I know.
Also,
but of course, in general, honestly, in general, all lives matter. I know some people are gonna be mad, but I'm just gonna say that it's not just black people. All lives matter. Asian people, Middle Eastern people, people that are Italian, Russian, Swedish, any race you could think of.
And I agree with that. Here's one thing that bothers me when people are like, oh, well, all lives matter. Why do black people get the protests and stuff? It's because it's blatant racism towards them. It's not implying only their lives matter. It's implying that black lives matter, as well as everyone else's. That's
every person's lives matter.
Exactly, but people are too retarded to understand that because they're conservative retards.
I'm neither conservative nor liberal, man. I'm completely independent.
I have my own party, but I'm just saying, like...
Well, independent means you're not affiliated with anyone.
Who are the ones saying, oh, all lives matter. It's like, you don't think that, first of all. That's a bunch of baloney.
Thank you for killing the Aztecas for me.
Well, they're kind of annoying me. But, like I said, I don't think we need to protest and burn down buildings and destroy businesses. I don't think that's necessary. I think that's enforcing the stereotype and making things worse.
I understand you being mad, but what that kids? If anyone that was involved on the riot, can you please tell me what exactly it was the reason for crashing buildings?
I don't know, but listen, I feel ashamed as a white man. I am ashamed.
The cop?
I am ashamed of the officer. I am ashamed of our system. I'm a filthy white man.
He apparently killed the man because he was suspecting him of owning counterfeit cash, which is basically printing money.
But I'll get into George Floyd in a second. But I'm just saying, because that's something I want to talk about. But the whole Black Lives Matter thing, there should be protests, but I don't think we need to be burning down buildings and destroying things. I am ashamed as a white man that we look this way towards other races. It's a disgrace. It's disgusting. If you're racist, you should feel ashamed of it. You should be killed too, because that's just, you're better off dead. But, just saying, why we're burning down buildings and destroying businesses and doing all this stuff, it's not helping, it's making things worse.
I wouldn't say kill them. That would just be letting them off too easily.
Yeah, it's just like, man, stop doing the stuff you're doing, please. Like, if you're rioting, cut the rioting, go get a sign and start protesting. That's the best thing you can do. Because eventually, the justice system will have to get its head out of its ass. Does it want to? No. But eventually, that's going to get to a point where they can't just keep acting like nothing's wrong. And they're going to have to own up. And, they're just going to have to admit to it. But as long as there's rioting and all this, that's not going to happen.
The rioting ended for me. There's just protest now.
Where I live, one of the Capitol buildings got lit on fire.
The riots are still going for you?
Well, it was a little while back, but one of our Capitol buildings got torched.
But is it still happening for you?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it. I just stopped paying attention.
And I know for me, the riots have stopped.
And I know you're right in the middle of it, so good luck, and I'm surprised you made it this far.
Well, we used to close early because of that, but the riots have stopped, so now my workplace has gone back to the normal closing time.
But, like I said, it makes me ashamed as a white man that I have to sit in a world like this, and I'm not gonna make a difference. My small channel with like 5 subscribers isn't gonna change how the justice system works, and it isn't gonna change everyone's opinion on rioting. I just really hope it stops, it subsides. People get, they think about what we're doing. And here's one video I saw that really stuck out to me. It's a white teen, and he's trying to throw away some trash, and a black woman picks up the trash, and she puts it back on the ground. Then the teen picks the trash up, puts it back in the trash can, she takes the trash out, throws it back on the ground. What is that showing?
That she just is being a jerk.
What is that proving? That's not proving that Black Lives Matter. You're proving that, actually, if anything, your life value is less. Because now you're littering. And that is a crime. And now you're enforcing the stereotype. And that's not what you want. That's not what anyone wants. We want to show them that that's clearly not the case. That they need to get their heads out of their ass and think about it for 5 minutes. So why you're enforcing your own stereotype, I will not understand. Don't want to do that. You want to do the opposite. You want to prove to them that you're normal, perfectly fine people. Because you are. But throwing stuff on the ground and littering, because now it's propaganda against you. In fact, actually, this has caused racism to become much worse. Down here, in our capital, there was a white supremacy march. Did you hear that, Scorpion? There was a white supremacy march.
Of course.
Advocating that black people were dirty, filthy, no good criminals. Like showing videos and like showing, oh, look what this guy did. And that is disgusting, it's distasteful, it's shameful. I don't know why anyone would ever do that. I think it's disgusting. I think it's unacceptable. But it's gotten to where that wasn't a thing earlier. We weren't having to deal with white supremacy marches with people in their stupid tissue outfits, aka the Ku Klux Klan outfit. Screw you. You look stupid because you are stupid. But the point is, I don't know why that we're enforcing the stereotype. That's not helping anybody. It's really not, so let's stop the stereotype once and for all. But yeah, that just bothers me a lot, that the stereotype is becoming more and more of a, you know, a thing.
I mean, I don't mind stereotype as long as it's not something that's just flat out ridiculous or negative.
It just bothers me when they fucking are doing all this stuff, and now racism's become worse, and now we have to deal with more stupid people thinking that black people aren't equal, which is absolute bullshit. That's absolute lies. That's not even close to the truth.
Well, honestly, racist people and social justice warriors are honestly both equally bad.
It's just.
And if you don't know who social justice warrior is, there are people who go overboard on being against racism.
Again, I'm just saying, like, please stop the riots. Let's calm down. Just protest by holding up some signs, by going out and, like, you know, staying outside of Capitol buildings and all this shit. That's fine. But, you know, well, did that one police officer die? And the kicker is he was a black police officer killed during a racist riot. Do you know how counterproductive that is? That is disgusting. That shouldn't have happened. Oh, so here's another thing. During all this, you want to know what pisses me off a lot? The black guy, I forgot his name, so I really hate calling him the black guy because I cannot think of his name. I'm very sorry. But he was outside of a Wendy's when an officer shot him for no reason whatsoever.
Beer man.
Well, he shot this man in cold blood for no reason. He had no excuse, no right. This guy was clearly not a threat. I don't know why the hell he was sleeping in his car. And an officer shot him. After the George Floyd incident. And all that is shown, all that we have seen, is our justice system is a flawed, disgusting, distasteful failure. That we failed as a law enforcement, we failed as a country, we failed at everything. We have just completely messed up. And that is clear now. But I don't know why this officer would do that. Because we already know the whole George Floyd thing, and I'm about to get into that like in a couple seconds. But I don't know why he did that. And it shames me that he would, after all the stuff that's happened. After all this horrific stuff. All the people who've had to die in these riots. All the people who have been hurt, tased, burned, assaulted during these riots. And all they've done is proven that all the officers that have died have deserved it. That's all that's showing. And I don't think they deserve it. I don't think all officers are bad. But I do think that a lot of them are biased. Like most of them are. I think it's a 50-50 ratio, actually. And that's not good. We don't want that. But it makes me so upset that after all this had happened, that George Floyd had to die for no reason, that this man was killed in cold blood, no reason. He had no right to die. He had no reason to die. He did nothing. He didn't commit a crime. He didn't, well, I mean, I guess he was, but I mean, he didn't do anything that was worth dying. My sister said these wise words: cops should learn how to use their taser more than they should know how to use a gun. And I think that's exactly what should be going on. I think cops need to learn how to utilize their gun. And not their gun, their taser instead of their gun. Because think of how many less fatalities there would be if cops would just stop for a moment and stop using their guns. And start using a stun gun instead. That would save so many lives. That would stop these protests. That would stop all this biased stuff. I don't know why we're not doing that already. But now, like I was saying about George Floyd, on a topic, that is one of the most disgusting things I have ever seen. So I'm a Southern boy, so you know you wouldn't exactly see one person like me speaking up against racism, but George Floyd was treated like he was an animal that had been hunted. It looked like when a hunter has killed a deer and he has posed with it. That's not what cops are supposed to do. George Floyd was begging for his life. He could not breathe. And pleading for his mother. And the cop sat there on his neck and did nothing but continued so he could get some fucking photos. Or whatever he was doing. He has no right, no excuse. I don't care if George Floyd, whatever the fuck had happened, because he didn't go for the gun. He peacefully surrendered. Well, not peacefully. I mean, he was resisting, but he wasn't, like, fighting people. He hadn't become violent. You know, it's not like he was fighting people. He wasn't trying to stab anyone. He wasn't hurting anyone. He was resisting, and I think he should have been tasered for that. Because that's not, you can't just resist arrest. That's not how that works. But what does standing on a man's neck show? What sort of message are you portraying? That you should be feared? That he's beneath you? That you're better than other people? What was this man trying to portray on standing on George Floyd's neck? George Floyd has not done anything that would have warranted that in the slightest. I don't think he warranted anything worse than a stun gun or a spray and mace. I don't think anything over that would be reasonable. I think anything over that is overkill. I think you've stepped too far. And even if he had a weapon, that's not protocol to stick your knee, a knee or a leg or whatever you did, and stand on a man's neck. That is not procedure. That's not what you're taught. That's not how you serve your country. You haven't done any of that. You're a joke, a filthy joke. To stand on a poor man's neck after he pleads for his life. And then proceed to call yourself a protector and a server of the people. You are the problem. Not him. George Floyd is not the criminal. It's this fucking piece of shit who killed him who's the real monster. And I'm sure some people didn't know this. You know, the officer knew George Floyd and worked with him, right? Like, even out of context, This was just blatant being a dickhead, which is not procedure. Abusing the inmate is not procedure. Knowing him or not, it's not a funny joke to stand on a guy's neck. That's not funny, it's not cute. It's not, haha, look, I'm standing on his neck, that's so funny. It's not funny. It's fucking horrifying. I can't imagine what George Floyd was going through. So I don't know what this cop would have, I don't even know what the hell he was thinking. What in his right mind would he have thought? What in his right mind he would have considered? And why he would do that?
Again, the reason for him doing that was because he was suspecting George Floyd for apparently carrying counterfeit cash.
And that's not a federal crime that would warrant that. That's not a crime that warrants a taser, is it? That's not something that would warrant a violent reaction. That's not something that needed a violent reaction. I agree George Floyd should have come in peace, and it's his bad. He should have owned up. Or he should have just complied with the police. If he's innocent, he should just comply with he should just go with the police and then have himself be proved innocent. Boom, problem solved. But I do not think under any circumstances, no matter what he did, should have that cop stood on his neck. There was no need, no fucking reason under the sun that this cop could give that would excuse that. And what's not to mention how bad our justice system's failed. This cop has gotten away with multiple racist misdemeanors. So it's not like this was just something that came out of the blue. This guy was a cop who wasn't a cop. He was in it to hurt people, not to protect people. He has had multiple misdemeanors. He's proven he was not worthy of ever wearing that badge. So why the hell we let it get this far is beyond me. It shouldn't have had to come this far. It shouldn't have taken a poor man dying a horrific death that he did not deserve. It shouldn't have taken that much to have him fired. We shouldn't have ever had to get that far. It shouldn't take a police officer to murder someone to have to lose their badge. What is that showing? How helpful is that? That cops could get away with these misdemeanors. And it only become punishable when some man's life is lost. That cop should have been fired way, way earlier. The second misdemeanor, that should have been that. That's all she wrote. There should be a 3-strike system. 3 misdemeanors and then you're right the fuck out. You've proven that you're a failure and you're not worthy of wearing the badge. So why our system let this guy stay a police officer after proving he's a racist scumbag, I will not understand. He shouldn't have been able to stay an officer. You gave a man a gun, a taser, and some mace who's a racist piece of shit. That's not something you're supposed to do. You protect the people. But yet we have to live in fear of our own officers because they're not responsible enough. You can't.
Here you go, man, in the Discord.
You can't give a man over someone's life who is not willing to acknowledge that risk. It's shameful, it's disgusting.
Image there?
It makes me so mad, and yes, I see him. And it makes me so fucking mad. That he got away with so many just so many things. He got away with it. Scot-free. Nothing came of it. He got away with all this stuff. And the only reason it ever stopped was because a man's life was lost. It shouldn't have happened. It was easily preventable. It's not something, you can't just say, oh, well, I mean, it happened. He was resisting arrest. It was easily preventable. That's not in protocol to stand on a man's neck no matter what he's doing. Especially when he has not acted violent. George Floyd had not become violent. He didn't want to go to prison. And I'm sure no one does. So why you'd stand on a man's neck is unreasonable. And here's what pisses me off the most. Why did nobody in the crowd even try to help him? I get it. Laying your hands on an officer is a crime.
Yeah, well, also because he most likely had a gun and a taser, too.
Well, I would have socked that motherfucker right in the face. I would have kicked his jawline straight off his dumb head. Because that is not what a cop does. That's not what an officer's supposed to do. He's not doing his job. It's blatant disregard for human life. And it's all because, and people are like, oh, it wasn't because George Floyd was black. It was because he was resisting arrest. No, sir, that's not the problem. It was proven that this cop was racist multiple times. Multiple times. So you can't just say it was because he was resisting arrest. Well, what about the other people? What were they doing that they deserve to be assaulted? He did it because of their skin color, not because he had to defend himself. He didn't need to defend himself. He has a gun, he has a taser, he has mace. That is all he needs to defend himself. Standing on someone's neck is unnecessary. He has handcuffs to make sure this guy doesn't go anywhere. He has a taser to make sure this guy doesn't go anywhere. You hold a guy down by not cutting the airway to his throat. That's not what a good cop does. That's not what any cop does. I can see it happening on accident. If it happens, then take your knee off his neck. If it happens and the guy is fine, it's alright. But when he's pleading, I can't breathe, please just take your knee off my neck. You don't even have to get off me. Just take your knee off my neck, please. And you don't do that. Why? Why would you do that? It makes me so upset. Because it was so preventable and we have failed. And I am shameful to live in this disastrous country. It's disgraceful, it's disgusting, it's distasteful. I can't even put it into words. I know I've said it a million times, but it's hard to fathom. It's just so hard to put it into words. Why this happened. Why it went this far. Because it shouldn't have gone this far, and everyone knows it. It was easily preventable. It was easily avoided. It wasn't something that there was no choice. You can't just go, oh, well, it would have happened no matter what. It wouldn't have. It was easily preventable. I don't know why it happened. But it happened. And that's all we need to think about right now. That there needs to be some justice implemented.
Okay.
It's just unfortunate what happened to George Floyd, that his children, his fucking daughter, has to grow up without a father. Because of a disgusting, snobby piece of shit.
Yeah, Derek, whatever his name is. Like, I know the cop's first name was Derek, whatever.
His wife and his kid has to live without his father/husband for the rest of their lives, knowing that his life was taken in a horrific way when it could have been avoided easily. The reason it happened was because of a flawed justice system. That's why it happened. And now we all know that. I've always, I'm not one to turn a blind eye. I'm not someone like, oh well, it's just once or twice, because it's not. It happens all the time. People just try to ignore it. But I'm glad it's finally being recognized, that people are finally going, okay, it's actually a problem, because it's been a problem. Many colored people have had to suffer the wrath of insolent, retarded policemen.
The same thing happened with Eric Garner.
A lot of men have had to die in horrific ways because police officers don't know what the fuck they're doing. it's just, I can't believe that it would happen. And listen, why it makes me so mad is because I'm a person who has lost a father. And my mother has lost her husband. And I lost mine in a way that was rough, but at least I know it went peacefully. But having to know that your father suffered in the last moments of his life, and you're gonna have to remember that for the rest of your life, I can't even imagine. I barely made it through it, and I knew mine went peacefully. Knowing that he suffered before it, I would never be able to sleep again. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I wouldn't be able to sleep ever a fucking again. So that's why it makes me so mad. Because I feel fucking personally attacked. Because I understand. I can't even imagine what they're going through. And it makes me so mad because I know what I had to go through. And it wasn't even that bad. It was tame. But his was not, and they have to live with that because they know what happened. They have footage of what happened. And they have to live with that for the rest of their lives. And that's not something any person, any woman, any child should have to know. That little girl shouldn't have to know that her dad suffered and died for no reason. She shouldn't have to live the rest of her life like that. His wife shouldn't have to live her life a widow because her husband was taken from her unjustly. That's not something any human should have to deal with. I know I've lost a father at a very young age, and even then when it was hard to comprehend death, it hit me hard. I mean, I was barely old enough to really comprehend the thought of death. But I knew, and I struggled. I mean, it took me almost half my life to get over that. And like I said, he went peacefully. It wasn't anything, it wasn't anything bad. So having to lose a father, knowing that he suffered, hearing his cries, I could not fathom that. I could not live. I could not continue living my life that way. And that little girl is going to have to live the rest of her life knowing that. And that is something that fucking hurts me. Because no one should have to ever lose a father, let alone have them murdered by the person you thought was supposed to protect you. And that's what pisses me off. That's why it makes me so mad. Because he did not deserve what happened at all. And now his wife and daughter are going to have to live the rest of their lives knowing what had happened. And like I said, I know the pain. And I just could not fucking believe what they're having to deal with right now. And they've said themselves that we need to stop rioting, that that's not what they want. And that's not what George Floyd would have wanted. So please stop the riots. For the love of God, like the 5 of you who are watching, just spread the fucking word. You may not you may believe that George Floyd deserved it. In that case, you're retarded, and I hope you died. But that's not the point. Please just keep in mind that he has a family. It's not only him who died. It's not just about him. It's about his family too. And I want you to remember that. Because that's something that's going to stick with you for the rest of your life. Like it is those 2. I'm going to stop talking about George Floyd now before I physically have a stroke out of just pure anger. Because no one wants that. I'm about to have a pop a fucking blood vessel over here. So have you any things you want to talk about on our podcast here today?
Not really.
Anything, literally anything, like a game you want to talk about that you have an opinion on, something in the news?
Oh, I mean, are you referring to those who remain?
Anything anything you want to commentate about, anything you want to talk about in the podcast. We talk about a lot of things. It's not just stuck to one particular thing, and I feel like I've talked for long enough, and you should have a say.
Well, I mean, not a really big commentator, but I mean, if you're referring to a game, I mean, I guess there's this new horror game called Those Who Remain. Game's pretty darn interesting. Bit so far. Apparently about being in a town that's apparently full of these shadow people and solving puzzles, being chased by these monsters, and of course, eventually making certain choices in the game. Don't want to go too far into it because I don't want to spoil it for my friend. But if you guys want to know about it, go to my YouTube channel, Bartending Spider. I actually recently part 2 of it a couple days ago, and honestly, if any of you are into horror games and you like a horror game with a good story, I would actually check it out. It's on Steam.
There's another thing I'd like to talk about real quick. It's about the Me Too movement, the whole speaking out thing. So
the what?
The whole speaking out movement thing that's been going on.
We just talked about that.
I know, but I said I want to go back to it real quick. So you know, one WWE superstar has been fired for it already. And like I said, if it happened, then good. Jack Gallagher, Gentleman Jack Gallagher. Yes, his name was fucking Gentleman. How coincidental. I don't know what exactly he was charged for, but he admitted to it. WWE fired him. WWE took all his shit down. So I don't know what's going on, but like, again, I'm glad women are speaking out, but please stop making false allegations so men have to go to prison for stuff they didn't do. But yeah, I wanted to run back to that and just mention that one superstar has been actually fucking fired. And you wouldn't think Jack Gallagher to be the type. I mean, look at him. He's the least sexual-looking motherfucker ever. I mean, he's a string bean of bullshit. I could snap him in half. I mean, he's a little twig man. The point being, he got fired. And that sucks. I mean, he was he had a really good drop kick, but I mean, that's as much as Now, he had a cool headbutt, too, but that's literally all he had. That was, like, the epitome of skill that Gallagher had. But, like, the full Windsor knot, something he used to do, it was really funny. On that time, he hit Davari in the nutsack with an umbrella. And almost stuck it up his ass. Yeah, we're gonna... Gallagher's career hasn't been great, you know. We can all reminisce the time that he hit Jericho in the dick with it, and he hit Ari Davar, whatever the fuck his name is, in the dick with an umbrella, and then tried to shove it up his ass, and then failed. Or didn't fail, but, you know, he decided not to at the last second. The Tea Party segments we had to deal with. His whole Mary Poppins gimmick he had going on. Goodbye, Jack Gallagher. You'll be missed, I guess. I mean, you just came back from an injury with a tattoo and really ugly leopard pants. And I mean, I guess you'll be missed. I don't fucking know. I wasn't attached, personally. I didn't watch the Cruiserweight division because who does? But yeah, Gallagher's come out and owned up to it, but God. I mean, I'll try to update anyone if anything happens. I don't know if my stream's still going or I got taken down or whatever the fuck happened.
Well, anyway, what do you want to do next?
I can't hear anything. What'd you say?
Well, I think you got right. And also, what do you want to do?
What do you want to do? We can do TF2.
Huh. Okay then.
Oh, hey, look, it's Shadz. Shadz64. The friend of Creeper. Creeper's friend. The person who's believing all this bullshit, you know, the fact, oh, you want to see my, it's a FCB Barcelona flag. You wouldn't know what the fuck that is, but... No,
Yeah,
he's
here we go.
Creeper, because he's an asshole. But whatever, you go ahead and believe whatever the fuck he's spewing out, the toxic, retarded lies. I'm not gonna stop you. Actually, in fact, I'd ask you to leave the stream, if anything. I don't really want to have to deal with your bullshit tonight, but... You know, you guys can keep bothering me, it's whatever. I'm, quite frankly, not gonna give too many shits, because, you guys don't particularly scare me. You're not particularly funny, either, but... You know, do what you want. Yeah, thanks for tuning into the stream, Shads. I hope I don't see you again, but oh well. I'm not going to be hateful. There's no fucking need. Hey, Shads, if you're still watching this, I want you to tell Creeper something, and no, it's not fucking hateful.
Actually, I got something to say. Listen, I want you to tell Creeper that Scorpion said that I'm willing to he has a chance to rebuild the bridge with me if he admits that everything he said about us was bullcrap, and if he apologizes to me, Turtle, and Nixie. Otherwise, if he doesn't, nothing will ever be right again, ever.
Also, tell Creeper, where is it? I had a funny meme I wanted to tell him. I'm gonna look through my Discord, hold on. It was a funny meme I thought I'd share with him. I was gonna share it with him before he left, but, you know, I obviously didn't get to do that. But let me find, where is it? It's a funny meme, you'll like it. Trying to find it. There's a LeMay. Yeah, as you can see, our chats, I was so mean to him, wasn't I? As you can see from all the zero mean things said and all the funny memes, you can see how abusive I was.
Oh, are you showing them your phone?
Oh, wow. No, I'm just going through my Discord stuff. So yeah, look at how abusive I was. Look at all these funny memes that I sent that are so fucking abusive. And who the fuck is this? But yeah, guys, look at how mean I was. I own up. I was a horrible guy. I was so mean. I sent him memes.
I'm sure they're probably gonna just
oh look, this is something he's gonna take out of context. So here's the context. He was gone for 5 days, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why are you still gone?" And then this is a bucket.
I'm sure they're probably gonna just say that you deleted the messages or some crap.
Bet. But yeah, as you can see, I was horribly abusive. I treated him like crap. I was just so mean, and I'm such a horrible friend because all I did was make fun of him and such, and haha, the big funny. But yeah, I was super mean, wasn't I, Shads? You can see. You can see how mean I was to Creeper and my 0 things I said about him, fucking period. But, you know, whatever. You can say I deleted them or whatever the fuck your excuse is gonna be for this, but whatever. I'm just saying that, bruh, get a life.
here, hold on, here. You're on Discord right now?
Yeah.
Here. Perfect. I want to screen share.
You guys want to see what a conversation with Creeper's like instead? What he says to us?
Here. Hold on, here.
Because that might be left out of the equation.
Here, look. Do you see me screen sharing?
Yeah, I see your screen share.
Here. And here's my conversation with Creeper here. Let me just... Alright. I'm gonna... look at me doing it moving it slowly. See that? Right? Oh yeah, see? Does that look... Since you're saying I'm so abusive and stuff, tell me if any of these look abusive at all.
Yeah, see, so we're so mean to him, as you can see. We fucking treated him terribly with the 0 things we ever did.
Oh, here.
Oh,
see?
yeah, wow, we're so mean when he's calling us retarded. You know, like, that's... Thanks, guys, we're very mean. You know, he's the guy calling us retarded, ear rape, spamming. Wow, man, that's just so fucking abusive, right?
Yeah, here. Oh, wait. Oh, is that you right there?
Perhaps. Wow, guys, isn't I so abusive?
Oh, yeah, here. See, yeah, see? Does this look... Yeah.
This is the epitome of being mean, guys. This is the epitome of us just abusing the hell out of him, right? Right?
Creeper, Aiden, I thought you said that I was abusive, man. I thought you said I was abusive.
Yeah, Creeper, aren't we so terrible to you? Isn't Scorpion so mean? Aren't we so horrid?
Here, let me just... Here, I'm gonna stop here for a second, just take a good long look at the messages.
Yeah, Shads, you see? We're so mean, right, man? I'm sorry I was so mean to Creeper. I'm sorry that I said he was a doo-doo dumbhead after he called us retarded and said my dad should have died. Yeah, ha ha ha. Man, I'm so abusive, right? All the fake
here's yeah.
Oh, wow, that's gonna be great. Now I get to remove my YouTube channel. Fucking great.
Yeah, this was the stuff sent by him. Not me at all.
Okay, but long story short, Shads, yes.
Oh, here. Look here.
Let's see what he had to say this time. Oh, wow. Get on, fag.
May 30th, 2018.
Yeah, sorry, Shads. You were right all along. I was horribly abusive, and I treated Creeper like crap. So, yeah, man, you caught us. We're so terrible. We deserve all the hate. I am an asshole. You caught me. Wow. Look.
Actually,
let's see if I can find.
This is sent by him right here, and wow, look at this.
Hey, look. Here's that time I helped Creeper fight off him. Wasn't that funny? Hey, look, it's Adam.
Are you actually still on me right now?
No, I'm just showing how abusive. Yes, I'm going to shove them in a can. Wow, guys, I'm fucking... Oh, nice, those rocks are fucking everything. Epic, it's alright though, I have 10 math questions. I'm going to shove them in a can. His parents said he's a fat ass, so I said, I'm gonna shove them in a can. So, yeah, guys, it's proven. I'm abusive, and I own up for it. Sad YouTube apology video, and I was abusive, I guess. I guess him calling me retarded and saying my dad should have died is the epitome of abusive, but... Whatever, I mean... I'm the bad guy after all. I'm so mean, and I'm so terrible. I'm such a mean man. But yeah, now that we've been proven that we're totally terrible people, and that we were so mean and abusive to Creeper, and that we totally treated him terribly every day, totally, guys, I'm not faking it for attention, I'm really not.
Yeah, we're just showing you these because he tried to deny them, and Aiden, I dare you to deny them now.
He's gonna say we deleted it or some shit. He's gonna go, "Ooh, you deleted it."
Exactly. Like, seriously, when are you gonna grow up?
Fake accounts of me as you fucking want, but it's not gonna work.
Yeah, because seriously, we know. Because seriously, man, we know that you're not that dumb. We know that you know that the messages you showed us were fake. Your friends know that the messages you sent us were fake. Everybody knows, and they will never forget it. So why don't you just forget? So why don't you just admit that that everything you said about us was BS?
I can put him in the what? I don't know. I'm trying to. Oh no! I don't want to delete the messages. Put them back. Put them back. Don't put them away. I think he did. No, I don't want to delete them. No. I just deleted Shad's fucking messages. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Oh, great.
Fuck.
Now they're gonna think that we deleted the messages.
Well, I deleted Shad's, the guy who commented on my stream. Hold on, let's go find Shad's, guys. Let's play a game. It's called Let's Find Shad's.
Wait, you deleted Shad's messages in the chat?
Yeah, the guy. Oh, there he is.
Well, anyway, I'm done with the messages. I mean, to be honest, the negative stuff that I showed you guys was mainly just from him. Is just his usual. And honestly, though, Creeper would have honestly sometimes come to me as a therapist, and I would actually listen to him. This is exactly. Sorry. This is exactly. Actually, why am I even saying sorry? No. that I would listen to him, and this is how he repays me.
But yeah, it's been proven that while we're statistically mean, you know, him only calling us retard and faggot a lot of times, it's proven that we were terrible people, I guess. Without that being Shad, apparently that's what you think it means. I don't give a shit. Keep believing it, because I'm sure you still are. You're just going to say some really weird thing to try to cover you being blatantly wrong, but I'm not going to try. Why would I go so far to delete my tracks anyway? You guys know I'm lazy. Creeper knows I'm lazy. I ain't going that fucking far. If you find out, you find out.
And I never delete texts on Discord ever.
I'm too lazy to do that shit. I'd rather have my whole life ruined for being exposed for doing whatever the fuck he says I'm doing than delete some messages, to be quite frank. But again, why is he saying I did this? I will never understand. All I do understand is, like I said, don't message me, don't comment on my videos, don't come around, don't say you're sorry, don't apologize, don't cry. How many times has he come literally calling us, crying for us to come and have him back because he was being a dickhead and we didn't want to be friends anymore?
Yeah, he'll probably
literally
come cry.
In tears. For someone who hates me and says I'm a terrible human being, you sure are keen to get messages out to me, aren't you?
Yeah, seriously, Creeper, we grew up together, man, back since 360. So how come all of a sudden now you decided to do this to us?
Because he's a fucking sad piece of shit who needs the attention. Because his little gay boyfriends wouldn't give him any more attention. So
I just wish you would just admit it, man. Really, because I honestly really wanted to see if we could actually fix this. But of course, you burned the bridge with Nixie and Turtle. But again, dude, I'm giving you a chance to fix it with me. And if you're,
yo,
so
DJ Sands, what up? Who are you? Which one? Are you one of Creeper's friends? If you are, state. I mean, I actually don't give a shit if you are or not.
So listen here, Creeper. I want you to go on Discord, text me, and I want you to just tell me who will are gonna apologize or not. And if you say yes, I want you to join our call right now and tell everyone that what you said was BS and to apologize to me, Turtle, and Nixie.
So let's see. Shad says,
what is he saying?
In the background. Who knows at this point? Probably, but Shad said, "What's good, noob? Check your comments." Hey, Turtle, alt tab to the desktop. Let me see your background, bro. I didn't see those messages in time because I'm kind of retarded, but you know, and welcome to the chat, DJ Sands. Again, I quite frankly am not sure who you are, not to be a dick, but I don't know if you're one of Creeper's friends or you're just some cool man. A woman, I don't know, I don't fucking know. I'm tired. But welcome to the chat. We're gonna cool off me doing dumb shit in GTA. So what's going on? And like I said, now that we've totally proven that we were abusive to Creeper by him, what? Hey, Scorpion, what did he call you again? Would you like to show that message again, real quick? Would you like to just show us what Creeper said to you so ever lovingly?
Oh, sure. Let me find it.
Yeah, we're very abusive. It's been proven statistically.
Oh, there's two of them actually. There's two. I'm gonna show them. I'll show them both.
So if you don't know what's going on, DJ Sands, because I'm not sure who you are, like I said, if you're one of Creeper's friends.
Here's one of them.
If you're one of Creeper's friends,
here's two.
I'm sure he said we're abusive.
Well, this is two. Okay, actually, there's three. So here's one. Here's two. One. Let me scroll past that one picture because we can't show that. Then. All right. Okay. Never mind. I think I passed already. So right. All right. So scrolling slowly. Oh, nope. Okay, we're not showing that image again. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, there it is.
Ever so lovingly calling us faggots and losers, and that he hated us, and yeah, that we're totally the reasons that his life was hell. Yeah, I don't get it.
And to be honest, the only thing we ever really did with him was just sometimes like roast him and stuff. And even then, I was subtle with him, and yet even though we would do that stuff, he would do it to us as well. So he would basically be a hypocrite for complaining about that.
Yeah, caught on tape. We're abusive. Caught on tape. Let's look through all. Let's look through all my everything I said to him. Wow, man, I'm so fucking abusive. Join, retard. Let's see. Just you fucking wait. Just you wait.
Yeah, just to make it clear, I barely even message him as you guys can see. So that just shows that he is full of crap.
Showing our abusive chat history here by all the memes we sent each other is so fucking abusive. But yeah, we truly treated him like crap. Oh, hey asshole, where the fuck did you go? He said, haha, funny, your dad died, then left. So yeah, man, we've proven to be abusive. Sorry, I guess, for defending my dead dad or whatever reason you're mad at me, but some days it just be like that, and all I have to say is, like I said, don't talk to me, don't fucking cry, don't whine, do not mess with me. I don't give a shit. I just...
Oh yeah, and also, here, go back to... Alright, are you seeing this?
Let me see.
Okay, so, is it showing my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so, here's a section of when he wanted me to get up. And so, slowly he was just saying, please, 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 and then eventually he says this right here. Right here. Just because, like, the reason why I wasn't answering was because I was somewhere else during the time. So...
Wait a minute. Oh, I think Nixie just gave you a new profile pic.
What do you mean, how does this look?
Oh. Le Classic.
Oh, wait. It says spoiler. I don't see anything. It's a blurred picture.
You have to click it.
Oh. Oh, that's actually pretty cool, man. That's actually...
We proved we're liars and that we're very mean to Creeper and he called us funny and meanies. And DJ Sam's, did you die, my friend? What happened to you? We need you. I need
Yeah.
content.
Oh yeah, Nixie. In case you were wondering what we're doing, we're basically live streaming, and one of Creeper's friends is here, and we're basically showing him, apparently saying that we apparently made some mean things to him on the messages. We're basically showing our messages to the people to show that he is being full of crap.
But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna cut it for this stream because I'm out of stuff to talk about and DJ Sands died. But if you want to say anything else, DJ Sands will continue the stream. Thanks for popping by. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next time. Hopefully it's less filled with drama and more Fishing Planet content like I keep meaning to do. But we'll get there. And see you guys next time.
Yep.
It's fucking hilarious.